Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here today. Thank you for your time. I know you all have busy schedules and that. We're delighted to have Professor John Cullen with us today from our School of Business, hosting today's webinar. The usual format applies. We will have a short presentation from John, and then if you have any questions, please put them into the questions box, the little Q&A icon that you can see at the bottom of your screens there. We'll have time after the presentation to go through any questions. It has been recorded and we will share it with you afterwards. So I will hand over to John now.
Thank you very much, Deirdre. You're very welcome, everybody, for this short presentation on Maynooth University School of Business, our taught postgrad offerings. Deirdre's here to answer questions about international student applications, and I'm here to answer questions about the content of the program or anything like that. So please don't hesitate to send on those questions if you have them. I suppose our first question is, why choose Maynooth University School of Business? There's a picture of a beautiful building dating back centuries on our south campus. There are lots of videos available that are online on YouTube and elsewhere just about the environs of the university. I think that, and perhaps I would say this, I think that we have the most beautiful campus of Maynooth University, combining traditional university environments, beautiful grounds and scenery with more modern ones on our north campus as well. Modern sounds as a shorthand for industrial, but I do think it's a very attractive campus overall, with the best of modernity on our north campus and the best of tradition on our south campus. Despite this modernity, we're also, and despite myself, we are actually Ireland's youngest business school, university business school. We were set up, I think, coming up to maybe 25 years now as an official beginning. We're a substantial part of the university. We have a large international faculty. If you have a look at our people section of our website, of which the link is there, you'll see that we are pretty much representative of all corners of the globe in our teaching faculty, our research faculty. Very, very diverse, very, very representative of the international cohort of teachers and researchers that needed to be a truly international business school. We're also in the AACSB accreditation pathway, which, as you know, is I think the main international accreditation body for schools of business. Put a substantial amount of resources and faculty time into this, hoping to have this within the next year or two. That, of course, is within the hands of AACSB. Our reports and engagements so far have all been positive. AACSB, as you know, I think is only an accreditation given to around 6% of business schools in the world. So this will be a very important add-on element of your academic learning when you come to the School of Business. We also have a growing taught postgraduate portfolio and a growing student base. I think we're up to about 25% to 30% of the students in the university as well, drawn from all over the world also. Despite the academic credentials of our university, not despite them, because of them as well, we also very, very focused on producing practical learning that will help you have a sustainable business at an international level right throughout the global world of business. A link to our postgrad programs is available through that QR code. If you want to, I think if you go to the Maynooth University School of Business website and click on our master's programs, you get a full listing of them there. There's a listing of different ebooks that are there, and you could also see the program directors that concern them. We've grouped them into 4 or 5 different areas. The first of which we draw our attention to is IT, analytics, and supply chain management. Perhaps our most heavily subscribed one right at this moment, and perhaps not surprisingly, is the MSc in Business Analytics. The MSc in Business Analytics is a program that is very practically focused on ensuring that our students can apply the best of data analytics, um, programming skills, analytical skills to developing a career in this field. It's an MSc in Business Analytics, so there are some shared elements that you do whilst doing this program that are oriented towards ensuring that you can have a solid pathway into the world of analytics as a professional career. This is an advanced program. As I say, it's one that fills up pretty quickly. If you're thinking in this field, I'd recommend that you get your applications in sooner rather than later. Like most of our degrees, we are looking for a minimum qualification of a 2-2 in the Irish system. So that's a second class honour grade 2 as a minimum to qualify for it. For the MSc Business Analytics, this degree should be in areas related to business or economics, finance, or another quantitative discipline. I'll talk about that in a little bit more detail. Our MSc and IT enabled innovation is I think pretty much unique to Maynooth. It focuses on how IT can be a driver of innovation in organizations of all types. Again, a 2-2 is or equivalent is required to take to apply for the degree and to be accepted onto the program. However, we recognise that this is something that can appeal to anybody, regardless of their disciplinary background. So, a degree at that level, not necessarily in IT, is required, or business indeed is required to apply for that program. Our MSc in supply chain management, as you know, in global business world, is incredibly important, particularly with changing global geopolitical formations at the moment. How goods and services can make their way around the world in sustainable and ethical ways is something that is of concern to businesses in all parts of the world. We are to apply for this, again, a 2-2, a minimum or equivalent is required, and we are looking for students who may have degrees in a quantitative discipline or one that is somehow related to supply chain management. That's IT, analytics, and supply chain. That's a growing and very popular cohort of postgrad courses that we offer. In marketing, we have two marketing masters, both of which are, as you can imagine, very, very popular as well. And these are designed to meet to specifically address the needs of the marketing profession. Our first one, an MSc in Consumer Insights and Branding Strategy, mixes analytics and branding together to fascinating areas to look at how we can really understand what it is that markets and consumers really want, and how branding strategy can address these and meet these as part of the full business, and marketing mix and plan. And cycle. We're looking to apply for this course. Anyone who would have a degree in business or related disciplines, media or psychology would be encouraged to join. Our MSc in digital marketing looks at the way that so much marketing has moved into the digital space and the digital world. There is no set degree cohort that we're looking for to apply for these programs, but we would expect your degree to have some relationship to the world of digital marketing when applying for it. Into one of the more traditional business fields, and here I'd like to start differentiating between the different types of entry pathways into our programs that we have. we call these conversion masters or specialized masters. A conversion masters is one that we recognize that students may have degrees in a variety of different areas. And but that over the course of the degree may have become interested in a field of business that wasn't covered in their undergraduate degrees. These degrees are calibrated to take students from non-business backgrounds, non-business degree backgrounds, where they can actually convert into a world of business knowledge. In accounting, this is the MSc International Accounting with Management, so a mixture of accounting and management that will provide a solid background into understanding the relationship between both of those. We also have a higher diploma in professional accounting and a 2-year master's in a 2 years master in accounting. For all three of these, no prior knowledge in these areas accounting, management, is required. Our specialized masters is an MA in accounting. We would be looking for a 2-1 as opposed to a 2-2 in this one, in areas like accounting, finance. And the reason why we're looking for a 2-1 is to ensure that people have the requisite, applicants have the requisite skill base required so they can succeed in that program. It's not we're trying to exclude people with different degrees, but to ensure that you're able to hit the ground running with that level of qualification. In finance, and specifically, we have a conversion master's, which is a higher diploma in arts and finance, and our more specialized one is in the MSc Finance. A 2-2 undergraduate degree is required for both of those. On our specialized MSc Finance, we would be looking for a single honors pathway in areas like accounting, finance, business, maths, or any other quantitative type of discipline. For our masters in management and strategy, our conversion masters is, and this is one of the first masters that we put in place in the School of Business over 2 decades ago, is our MSc in business management. This is for graduates of any degree, really popular one because it really starts at the beginning and very quickly brings you into the world of business and management and all of the key areas that underscores that. Again, the teachers the lecturers who deliver this program are very clued into the fact that this has a postgrad qualification, an advanced postgrad qualification at master's level, but for students who may be coming from a variety of different backgrounds. Our specialized masters is our MSc in International Business, for which again a 2-2, but we would be requiring a business or marketing or related business degree to apply for the MSc in International Business, or a degree in any subject area with at least 5 years relevant international business experience. So your degree can be in any discipline, but if you have 5 years international business experience that's relevant to the course, this would be relevant, and this you would still be eligible to apply for it. Our MSc Strategy and Innovation was another one of our initial offerings in the School of Business. We are looking, for a business degree to join this one again. But as with the MSc International Business, if you have relevant management experience, at least 5 years worth, of relevant management experience, you can apply for this program in turn. One of our most recent new offerings, and one that has proven very, very popular among students, is our MBA. An MBA, as you know, is a business degree that really focuses on helping people accelerate quickly through a very, very intense full-time program. With it has a dedicated placement officer. It has all of its modules are heavily industry oriented. Huge amount of work done on career professional development, such as interview preparation and CV clinics, and a lot of work done on placements. Our industry exposure it's high in all of our master's programs, but even more intense on our MBA with lots of speakers, insights, and internship opportunities. Our most of most a number of our programs are available in part-time mode. I'm not sure whether these will be as available to international students, but just mentioning them as we have them here now. Those are the ones that can be taken over a 2-year module. Our first year MA in accounting 1 year can also be taken in 2 chunks over a 2-year offering. It's slightly different to our masters in over 2 years. Key features is that we have small classes. So lots of students at undergraduate level the norm might have been that they were in very large classes. We aim to have much smaller classes. We aim to have a high level of interaction with industry throughout all of our programs. There's just a list of some of our industry partners that we're working on this year's programs. We have very little examinations on our business master's program. Certainly, it's mainly continuous assessment based with a high degree of group work, up to 40% of group work on a number of our different programs. Our modules all have a career focused element to them, which means that we're asking you to reflect on your past experiences, your current experiences, any work that you might have done in any context, to think about how you're going to leverage that to turn it into a more career-focused module, so that you'll have practical work-ready skills in all of your programs. To make an application, entry requirements for conversion courses, undergraduate equivalents in any discipline, but this has to be, I think, a minimum grade of 2 honours, unless I've stated otherwise, in the Irish system. Professional work experience is also welcome to support or in lieu of academic experience. In fact, if you've got 10 years worth of substantial experience, students can apply using the recognition of prior learning route. To apply, you apply via MU Apply. For that, which is our online application a gateway in Maynooth University. You'll find details of how to do that on our postgrad, on our masters and higher diploma page, which is titled Our Masters Offering. You'll see this on the Maynooth University School of Business website. To have that, you'll need your official degree parchment, full official transcripts. For the MBA, because it's a different type of offering, we are going to be looking for a CV, a personal statement, as is required in most master's ones, just a statement of why it is that you're interested in coming to Maynooth University, experience, and what it is that you need to apply. Depending on where you're coming from in the world, there'll be a need for evidence of English language ability. I know Deirdre could speak about this more. This is something that is important, because our programs are taught through English language, which is, I think, generally speaking, it is the lingua franca of scholarship and science just around the world. So if you don't have that requisite level of English when you join, it will be difficult for you to climatize and to do well on the course and on the program. So this is really about you. This is about your ability to communicate, to do group work, and to do well in the program. So it's not there as a way to keep people out. It is a way to make sure that the students who arrive in can prosper as a result of the program. Now, that said, we have an international teaching staff here as well, and they are very conscious of the fact that we are joined by students from all over the world on our program. There will be an interview that's usually conducted online. I think for pretty much all of the programs, the program directors do like to speak to people who join to make sure that the fit is right for the program. The application window is open now, and it will remain open until courses are full. As I mentioned before, many of our courses fill very quickly, so early applications are encouraged. Please stay in touch. We're on LinkedIn and all of the social media for future webinars about programs and future offerings. So again, if you want to know more about the University School of Business, there is the code. It's very findable as well on the on the internet. So if there's any questions now, I'll end that show. Will I stop sharing my screen, dear?
Yes, please, John. Yeah, that'd be great. That was brilliant. Thank you so much for that. It's great to see the across all of the programs the lovely blend that you have with kind of the learning, but also the practical work experience or placements or that, and also that we're consciously preparing our graduates for their next step, either returning to the workplace at a higher level or joining it. And you can see that thread throughout all of the programs that it's while we want you to come to Maynooth and have a great time and get a great qualification here, we also want you to get a great job afterwards. So that's always
Absolutely.
part of our overall package here at Maynooth. I think you covered in great detail, thank you so much, the requirements, the language requirements, the documents that you would be looking for. And just to reiterate, this week in particular, I'm getting a lot of queries from students who have, done their degrees through English, or English is widely spoken in their home countries. It's also a requirement for Irish immigration that you present, if you need an entry visa, that you present a formal English language test result. So it's not just ourselves. You have to meet the requirements of immigration as well. As John has said, any questions? I see we've been joined since the start of the webinar there by others. So if you have questions, put them into the little Q&A icon that you can see at the bottom of your screen. We are currently taking applications. We will for the coming months until we officially take them till the end of June. But if you require an entry visa, please don't wait till then to submit your application. Once we have all your documents in, you can expect a decision from admissions within 14 to 21 days. If it needs to go to the department, and I don't think it does in a good many, possibly all of the business programs, but if it does for whatever reason, you should allow another 14 days or so. So might take, a short number of weeks to get the final decision from ourselves. Then you have to apply for your visa. So I would strongly encourage you to apply. I was going to say that in February, there's not many days left in this month, but certainly March and April, get your application in so that you get your decision, you can get your visa application in, you can get your loans in order, you can get your finances in place and all of that. Um, our scholarships are open at the moment, the International Office scholarships. If you just jump onto our website, onto our webpage there, you will see the different scholarships and awards that are on offer. They range from the Vice President International, which is at 7,500, down to International Office awards of 1,500. Applications are open. Again, the application form is on our website, so just jump in there. You'll get all the information. The first deadline I know coming up for some of them is the end of March, and the other deadline is the end of April. To apply for the scholarship, you need to have received an offer, obviously, from ourselves, but also to have accepted it. By accepting the offer, that also means paying the €1,000 deposit. So if you haven't submitted your application yet, please do so, so that you have time to apply for one of the International Office scholarships as well. Another question that I get asked quite frequently this time of the year is about accommodation. We have both on-campus and off-campus accommodation. It's very typical, very normal here in Ireland for most students to live close to the university, but in off-campus accommodation. We're finalizing the process. It's still a little bit too early in the year to do anything about your accommodation for next September. When you need to do something, we will let you know, but we will be having more information sessions on how to look for accommodation, how to apply for the on-campus accommodation. But you can expect to start receiving that in probably April and May. So sit tight for the moment. We will offer on-campus and off-campus accommodation, but it's just too early in the year to actively start that process for you. So I'm just checking there if we have any questions. I don't see any coming in, which I take as a good sign. It means we've covered everything and we haven't left anything unclear. So we have perhaps another minute or two left of John's time. If you have any questions, please put them into the little Q&A there and we will go through them. Well, as I said, this has been recorded. We will share it with you afterwards so you can take your time and go back over and check things. You are very welcome to contact John at any time. And of course, ourselves in the International Office, we're here to help you. We're here to support you. So just drop us an email. And if we can't help you directly, we'll find the person who can.
Thank you very much, Suja. Can I mention just one other thing? It's for our MBA. You mentioned the international student scholarships, but within the from the international office, the MBA also has a is open to funding for the 30% Club Ireland full scholarship. The 30% Club is a group of female business leaders who are trying to foster greater representation of women in business leadership. So that may be something that female applicants may be interested in. And there is also an MBA Excellence Scholarship of €5,000 for applicants who demonstrate outstanding academic and professional achievement. So that's a reduction of the fee for the MBA. And MBAs, as we know, are kind of they do cost more, like around or slightly more than other master's programs. So I'm sure students will be interested in that as well. And information about that is available on the MBA scholarship, the MBA ebook that is on the School of Business website. The program director is Professor Tatiana Andreeva, who's always interested in speaking to students who are interested in the MBA as well. Very, very approachable. And the contact details for all of our program directors is available on the master's website too as well.
That's brilliant. Thank you, John. Okay, I think we're in the clear. We don't have any questions there, which is great. So I'd just like to thank you once again, John. A busy, busy day, and thank you so much for your time. And thank you also for joining us online. And as I say, it is being recorded, and we will share it with you after the session.
Brilliant.
But enjoy the rest of your morning,
you,
afternoon, or day, wherever you are, and we will talk to you very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.